A-4 homeschool communication record is an extremely important document. You need to be calling home, emailing home, or texting using something like Remind 101, and just having conversations with your parent community. It's very important that you continuously reach out to the home so that your students and your parents can feel connected to your class and to your school. So I'm going to ask that you send at least 3 positive communications, they can be in any which way you'd like, home during the first 2 weeks. You can certainly be brief. I think phone calls usually have the most weight, but you can certainly send an email or a little handwritten message. But be specific with how that student has been a positive influence in class. So you can see I've added a sample below here. You're only going to put the first name and last initial of the student and the contact person. And the reason for that is just confidentiality. So I've put relationship to student. That's important because sometimes you'll call home and find out that you're talking to a stepmom or a grandmother or a sister or a brother. It's important to know what the relationship is because sometimes you need to be careful about who you're talking to. With positive phone calls, I wouldn't be as concerned, but if you're calling home about a behavior issue or something like that, you want to make sure you reach an official guardian. So if grandma is the official guardian, she's just fine to talk to. But if you do reach a stepmom and you're not sure about the relationship and you're not sure about custody, you want to make sure you reach out and say, is Joey's dad home? You're going to have to probably talk to the counselor about that and find out, or the administrator if you're in elementary school, and find out what that relationship is. I have made a misstep in the past, so I want to make sure that you don't and you start off on the right foot. Then you're just going to check the contact method that you made, date it, and put in some comments. You can absolutely abbreviate. As you can see, I'm just using semicolons and just short little sentences. I was a little specific. I said he's been a role model. I probably had a more specific conversation with mom and told her how he has been a role model. It doesn't need to be included in the comments. You really don't need to leave a really long narrative there. But this will help when you talk to Joey's mom the next time you call home, maybe because he has a missing assignment. You'll be able to go back to this conversation and remember that you talked to her about something that was positive so that you can extend and enrich that conversation that you have. If you keep your home and school communication in another manner, like for instance, you send emails home and you have a special email tag for period 4 or just for your class if you are an elementary teacher, you want to make sure you show that to your CT and to your portfolio reviewer. But I will say I've kept many different phone logs, both physical, just in a binder or in a spiral bound notebook. And I've also kept them this way. I find this much easier because then you can just do a Control F and it'll pop up the find feature. And that way, if I need to find that conversation that I had with Joey's mom and this document lasts for page and page and page and page, I can just type in Joey B and that phone call will pop up, or the number of phone calls that I've made home will pop up. So I hope that makes sense. Again, you do not just have to log phone calls here. You can do emails or in-person meetings that you have, or a conference, an SST, any kind of contact that you've made home. But the contacts you make home are so, so helpful, and they really give you a so much better leg to stand on later on if you have something negative to say when you have started off with a really positive message home. Let me know if you have any questions by emailing or calling.